Good morning, you guys. I'm back, and I am back to do a reading. I hadn't felt good. I haven't been feeling good. So it's been kind of a thing that's been happening for a couple of weeks, and I've been, exhaustion is a big piece of it, just totally exhausted, right? Um, but not all the time. Like I have these spurts of energy. Um, Seriously, ungreat headaches, like migraine level headaches, migraines, which is something that I used to suffer with a lot right up until, I don't know, probably 8 or 9 years ago when I got a handle on that. But yeah, so there's been that's been happening. I've been really exhausted. A couple weeks ago, I started getting the dizzies, and I mean, like, it just happened one morning when I woke up. Uh, I wake up and I sit right up, and I sat right up, and all of a sudden just everything started whooshing, and the room started going around, and then like so bad that my body started doing it too, and I laid back down, and when I laid back down, it was like getting the bed spins. Like I closed my eyes and I laid down, and I had the like, still everything was spinning. So terrible vertigo, and yeah, and migraines, and it's sheer exhaustion. And then the hot and cold thing, hot and cold, hot and cold. So lots of napping. Thank you so much for all of your love and well wishes. Yes, I've been taking lots of salt baths, lots of baths, um, napping whenever I can, going to bed early whenever I can, uh, essential oils, which all of these things are a big part of my life. They're a big part of my life. Like baths are a huge part of my life. I like to do the salt baths. I do the detoxing. But aside of that, I like to do it, spiritually too. So essential oils, all of that stuff, like a huge part of my life anyway. And then I constantly give myself Reiki, the quantum biofeedback frequencies. I'm always doing that for myself. Uh, yeah, and then meditation and journeying, and I take good care of myself, you guys. I really do. Vitamins, and I really take good care of myself. It wasn't something, I didn't always take good care of myself. When I was young, I didn't take good care of myself at all. But on my spiritual journey and the journey to self-love and self care, and self-empowerment, not giving my power away all the time, and expending my energy outward for everybody all the time without giving it back to myself. On this journey, self-care has become, it's a priority. So yeah, as I take really good care of myself, and since prioritizing myself on this spiritual path, sickness and illness don't really hit me. I don't really get sick. It doesn't happen because I do take care of myself. Like, so something might come in and I might not feel good for a minute, and I'm like, oh, I don't quite feel right, because I know my body, and I get on it. Like immediately I get on it. And so I don't really get sick, not from illnesses and things. So yeah, just really odd that this has been going on with me, right? Now let me just say that I have had quite a year, and when I say quite a year, I mean quite a couple of years, honestly. It's just shifted gears. So 2020 was excessively crazy and busy for me, like so busy and crazy. And then it just shifted gears. I was like, with 2020, was it 2021? I said, I'm going to shift gears. I'm going to walk away from a couple of things so that I've got more time for the things that I'm really like feeling passionate about. So I did that thinking that I was going to free up space, but I didn't really free up space. It just got filled with other things that I do feel more passionate about. And then 22 has been like, full tilt ahead. So yeah, the last couple of years have been really interesting, interestingly busy. Now, my life is always like full and busy, but the last couple of years it's been like very different type of busy, but very busy. So yeah, I've been pushing myself now, not in a bad way. It's pushing myself in ways that feel good, and that actually nourish me. But it's like probably I haven't been very well balanced, because I've been kind of like, you get excited and you're on a roll, and you wanna keep that momentum going, and so there's all of that. And then there's been a lot of energy that came in over the summer. I told you my sleep patterns were just like, sleep, what's sleep? What is sleep? It just wasn't happening, right? So I have been like between not sleeping well, which I have never done, but really terrible sleep, very little sleep throughout the summer, and the last couple of years of being like really, really busy, and all of this and that and the other. Like, I've really like sort of pushed myself. So I think honestly, this is all like the universe telling me, slow your roll, Lori. Prioritize yourself, and maybe slow down just a little bit. It's time to slow down a little bit, I think. So I had a couple of people, well, I've had 3 people so far say to me that a lot of light workers, a lot of healers, a lot of truthers, a lot of people that are highly spiritual, that are like doing a lot of spiritual work, so basically everybody, basically everybody in the world, they've been getting sick. Like, there's been a lot of sickness going on, and people's energy's been being hit. And so I entertained that thought for a minute. Now, if you guys knew me really well, you would know that I am like really stubborn. Like, no, you don't get my power. You don't get my power. You don't get to tell me what to do. You don't, like, seriously, I've been defiant and stubborn, and very much my own person my whole life. Never the follower, always the leader, never really intending to lead, just never following, and so I guess it looked like fun. I remember, in school, I hated school. I don't know about any of you, but hated school. I don't like systems. I've never liked systems. So I didn't like school, right? And I felt like it was a complete waste of my time. And as a teenager, you know everything already. So why would you possibly need to be there, right? Yeah, I was one of those teenagers. I knew everything, I was pretty sure. And it bored me, and it was a waste of my time, and I hated it. And what I really hated the most about it was that you had a building full of people wanting to tell me what to do. So I hated it. So, I just like decided I'd leave. I skipped more than I was there. I was really a bratty child. Very defiant, very, very much a rebel. But anyways, I'd be heading out the door, and people would be like, "Where are you going?" "Oh, I'm leaving. I'm out of here. I've got better things to do. The sun's shining. It's a nice day. I can think of many other things I'd rather do than be here." And they'd be like, "Hold on, I'll go get my books, go grab my stuff." And, people would come with me. But I wasn't soliciting that. I wasn't asking them to skip school with me. It's just that they did. So I don't know. I've always been that person that says, no, wait a minute. I just don't follow. I just don't fall into suit. I don't like to give my power away. Certainly have never liked being told what to do. I want to figure out what I want to do on my own. I've always been this way. I come from a family of rebels. A lot of rebels in my family. We strong-willed people. It's just kind of, I don't know, just how we all are. So I got to thinking about this, and the conversation had been that with these three different people that have said this to me, it's been like people have been getting attacked energetically. And so I entertained this for a minute because I entertain everything for a minute. And then I was just like, I'm so stubborn. I was like, no, I'm not getting attacked energetically. I don't agree to that. I don't agree to that. So, period. I don't agree to that. And so I just want to remind all of you not to agree to that. Because if unbeknownst to any of us that was happening to us, and we didn't realize it, and so we weren't taking back our power, and we weren't standing in our power and saying, I don't agree to that, and maybe that was happening, right now, stand in your power and take your power back and say, I do not agree to that. If that's the thought I entertained, if that's what I thought was going on, even if that is what was going on, in this moment, right now, you don't agree to that. And decree it. Stand in your power. Nobody has the right to attack your energy or your physical body or, your aura, or nobody has the right to mess with you. And you stand in your power right now and take it back and say you don't agree to that. So I've done that. No, I don't agree to that. And honestly, by rights, we're coming into the fall here we're in the fall, and things do tend to go around, and the days get shorter, and our bodies shift gears as the daylight dissipates. So there's all of these things that come into play where a lot of people feel off or not well this time of year. So, I mean, that could be something that was happening with me. There could be a lot of things, but as of right now, I'm standing in my power, and I'm not agreeing to anybody projecting anything on me. Like, I just don't agree to that. And I want all of you guys to stand in your power and take it back. So if you feel that that's been happening to you in any way, shape, or form, stand in your power and take it back, okay? So that's a long ramble. I don't know, I've rambled for 13 minutes, but I really feel that that's important. So the other thing, and I just want to say thank you. I know I probably already said this, but thank you all so much for all of the love and the well wishes. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's very humbling to receive all of that from all of you. So humbling. So it's early in the morning here right now. It's really early. I decided to do this early this morning. We're on Thursday, so I think it's the 27th. Today is the 27th. I decided to do this early because I've been getting up and feeling like I have spurts of energy, feeling pretty okay in the morning. So I figured I'd get on and I'd do a reading for all of you guys. And so, yeah, and remind you all to stand in your power. Take your power back, stand in your power. Don't agree to any of that stuff. So the other thing is, because of all of this, I wanted to play a little game with you guys. So here's my right, here's my left. And so I want you guys to take a minute, pause this if you have to, but take a minute and decide which hand of Lori's are you resonating with right now. Which hand are you feeling pulled to? You feeling pulled to my right, or are you feeling pulled to my left? And I want you to just think about that intuitively. Like, close your eyes if you need to. Really, there's a reason. There's a reason, and the universe knows why. The universe knows why. So, just close your eyes and really trust your intuition. Pause this if you have to, and decide which hand you're intuitively being pulled to. Okay? So, yeah, I'm going to just go straight on from here because I only have just a few minutes before my time will run out. But if you were feeling pulled towards my right, then the intentions are, this is black tourmaline, and black tourmaline is a very protective, very grounding crystal. So my intention was, if you were drawn to my right, that in these times right now, because there's a lot going on energetically, look into the astrology, and there is a lot going on astrologically right now with our energy. So right now in these times, if you were pulled to my right, take some time to protect your energy field. Okay? So really make sure that you're protecting your energy field. If you were drawn to my right, this is for you. So it's very grounding. So make sure that you're taking your time and doing your spiritual grounding. And not just your earthing, because that's something else, but spiritual grounding. So make sure that you're well spiritually grounded. And then really make sure that you're protecting your energy. So however you like to do that. So I like to surround myself with a bubble, and my bubble sparkles like it's gold and like diamonds, because I like things that sparkle and shine. But I like to surround myself in this bubble, and I do that always. I spiritually ground into the earth, right? And I surround myself in my protective bubble, and I ground that bubble into the earth as well. Okay? And that's how I do it. And I also do it with essential oils. I use like peppermint. I use a lot of peppermint. Peppermint is like, I love it. I love it. But yeah, I use essential oils. I spray my aura. I spray my house. I set my intentions. But if you were drawn to my right, take some time to spiritually ground and protect your energy field. Protect your energy field, okay? Now, and also at the end of the reading, I'm going to pull a card out of the fairy deck, and that will be for you. So whoever chose the right will get their affirmation out of the Oracle of the Fairies, okay? Now, if you chose my left, you're going to get your positive affirmation out of the Dolphin Mermaid deck. But if you chose my left, then this is clear quartz, and that amplifies, right? So the advice for you is that expand your energy field. So something's draining it, right? So we can expand our own energy field. And how I do that is after I've done my spiritual grounding, because I don't do any work without being spiritually grounded. But after I've done my spiritual grounding, what I do is I close my eyes and I feel my energy field, and I build it. I visualize that, and I build it out. And I do that and I visualize that as a shield that's untouchable. So it's sort of like a protective bubble, but it's different because I create this energy field that's then shielded so that nothing can touch it to shrink it again, right? So expansion. And it wouldn't hurt to incorporate both, you guys, like always protect yourself and expand your energy. Honestly, but do both. I do both, but this is just saying what you particularly need. So if you were drawn to my left, really expanding your energy field. Your energy field is low, so expansion. And if you were drawn to my right, protect that energy field. Protect yourself. Now, if you're like me, you'll do both because it's just so important. But just know this was the advice, right? The advice is with that clear quartz, there's something draining your energy field, so expansion. And with the black tourmaline, there's something getting into your energy field that is making you feel not quite right, so protection. Does that make sense, you guys? All right, so the reading that I'm going to do today, I've done a lot of babbling. Sorry, you guys. But the reading that I'm going to do today is a check-in. We're coming into the month of November. Today's the 27th. So I just want to take a peek. We're doing a November check-in. What does November have? What are we about to see for the month of November? Okay. I've shuffled these and shuffled these. So as I talked to all of you about all of that. So yeah, what has the month of November got in store for all of us? Well, it looks like there's going to be a lot of emotions around the month of November. Because representing the question was the King of Cups. And the King of Cups, the King of Cups can be nefarious. He can be slimy. The King of Cups can be. But I'm asking about the month of November. And the way that he's set up, it's really just sort of like emotional. So representing the question, what's in store for the month of November, we have the King of Cups. And then above that, we have the Page of Wands. So basically what this is saying is it's going to be very emotional. Like the journey is going to be really emotional because the Page of Wands is hyper-focused on the wand, which is the journey, okay? And he's just like right there staring at that wand. And the King of Cups, he's emotions. That's cups, that's water. So he's got a lot of stuff under the surface that's kind of brewing and coming up. Very emotional, right? Very emotional sign. So water sign. Lots of emotions. So there's going to be a lot of emotions brewing in the month of November around our journey. There's going to be a lot of hyper-focusing on the journey in the month of November that's got a lot of feeling around it, okay, you guys? Like a lot of feeling. Feeling, okay? So across from that question, we have the communities. We have the community getting together, right? Well, this is the month of November. But then we've got this crossing over above that. So I know there's been, I don't know, this could be our election. We have here in the United States, we have elections coming up on the 8th of November. So we get together as a community to vote, right? But the moon is crossing something over. So in the month of November, and I believe Australia gets together to vote the end of November. Was it Australia? Yes, pretty sure. Um, they're going to be doing some voting in Australia at the end of November. So I don't know what's going on in the other countries. You know, I can barely keep up what's going on here because there's so much crap. But, and when I say crap, I mean crap. It's just crap. Anyway, so there's something that we would all be getting together to do in the month of November, but it's not going to happen. So I don't know, you know, I'm looking at November and I know there's a lot of talk about elections not happening. That might be it, because this is something we're all getting together to do as a community that's not going to happen, or that they're going to try to cross over right now as the energy stands. This moon crosses things over. So there are a few things that, well, a couple things that I can think of that take place in my country in the month of November. And one of them is Thanksgiving, so holidays. And the other thing is voting. And then there's hunting. So let's think about this for a minute. Let's not just jump on any bandwagon, right? And this is just how the energy stands right now. So if they wanted to do another lockdown, they might be telling us to not see our families for Thanksgiving. We've seen that BS before, right? Are we actually going to abide by that? I won't. I don't abide by. People don't have a right to tell me how to live my life. And, you know, that's me standing in my power. Not out of defiance, but just out of the fact that I'm the one that's in control of my life. I don't give that power out to other people. So they might try to tell us that. We've heard through the grapevine that, you know, they're going to try to pull out another big illness out of their pocket. There's all these scare tactics. And honestly, you guys, when I'm hearing this stuff, I listen and I take it in, but I don't take it as gospel, because a couple reasons. Energy is constantly changing and it's in constant motion. And another thing is, I believe these people that have intel or say that they've got intel, I believe they're being given wrong intel and right intel. And I believe that not everything they say is true, and some of it is. And and I don't get attached. I'm not attached. I don't get attached. Don't get attached to dates. Don't get attached to things that people are saying are going to happen. Don't even get too attached to what I'm saying in these cards, because energy is in constant motion, and an action can create a massive shift, that butterfly effect. And we can have something brought into our consciousness, and then we can shift things, right? So this is being brought into our consciousness right now in this reading. So we're going to decide by the end of the reading if we want to work to shift this, right? That's how I look at things anyways. So it's going to be a lot of emotions in the month of November. A lot of the journey is going to be like hyper focused at. So what we are actually living day-to-day stuff, we're going to be hyper focused on that. Something going on with the communities where it looks as though they're going to try to cross that over. Okay. So that could be our vote. That could be us going out to vote. It could. So we'll just see. It could be that they try to lock us down. It could be a lot of things, but something about the community, they're going to ask us not to get together. They're going to be asking us not to get together with this moon card, okay? All right. So what's driving this entire reading, though, the whole point of this reading, what's driving it is the sharing and caring. So this is this is energy that's pushing this forward. So whatever the reason why they ask us not to get together, if they ask us not to get together for things, the energy behind it is, it's kind, it's caring. There's something good about that. it's like a judgment, but it's a judgment to balance the scales in the favor of the people. So this is the energy that's driving this reading, you guys. So yeah, it's an energy of sharing and caring. It's a very caring, loving energy to create balance and fairness and immense healing for all of us. Okay? So, yeah. So, a lot of emotions, hyper focused on this journey, all right? They're going to be asking the communities to not do something. There's something that they're contemplating not allowing us to do. Right now, as the energy stands, there's something that they're contemplating asking us not to do, or not allowing us to do, or trying to cross over, okay? But the energy that's driving that is actually goodwill. It's love, it's caring. It's like doing this for the betterment, to help. It's helpful. It's to balance out scales, right? And to bring immense healing, you guys. So whatever it is that they're going to try to cross over, remember that it's done to the intention behind it, the energy behind it, should that happen, is done with honorable intentions, very honorable intentions, okay? So now for you people that picked my right hand, I'm going to pull a positive affirmation for all of you. All right. Something positive just for you. Now, remember, protect your energy field. Something in there icky getting at you that you want to clear out. So take a nice salt bath. 2 cups of Himalayan salt or sea salt in your bath will not only clear your aura of negativity, anything icky, it will also detox your body. So it detoxes, it pulls stuff out of your body. So, and then do the visualization with that and just see that all going down the drain, and then rinse your tub really good, but see that all just going down the drain. That anything that had been, stuck in your aura or had come into your field that's not serving you has drained. And then go ahead and put that protective bubble around yourself. Ground yourself well to the center of the earth, spiritually ground. That helps pull your consciousness and your spirit back into the body, and it grounds heaven into earth. And it also helps you make more sense of your messages, right? All right, so now let's see what your positive affirmation is. Motivation. So when spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. Now, of course, it's not spring right now, but there's something that you could spring into action about. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say to get busy doing it right now. So motivation. So there's something going on in your head or in your heart that you've been thinking about that you may have been putting off. The fairies say, do it. Motivate. This is the time. This is the time. Whatever it is that you've been wanting to do it. It's a good time to do it. Okay? All right. So that's the people on my right's positive affirmation. All right. Now, people on my left. Expansion. So, yeah, increase your energy field. And I do that merely with intention. I also do that with crystals, but again, spiritually ground, always spiritually ground before doing spiritual work. So yeah, I do that with visualization, and increase that. Again, there are essential oils that can help you to expand your energy field. Vitamins, right? So if your energy field is low or weakened, possibly that's your immune system, you can start taking your vitamins. Essential oils can do a lot of things. Put them on your body, spray them around your house. Get some good rest, take care of yourself, visualize your energy field expanding. Visualize that expanding and visualize that shielded so that nothing can come in and energetically diminish that again, okay? So there you go. That's the advice if you were drawn to my left side. All right, now let's see what you guys' positive affirmation is. Synchronicity. So your prayers and your questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. Okay? So pay attention to your synchronicities and your deja vus and all of these things. Okay? Acknowledge it, and that will help to increase the flow. And that is your positive affirmation and your advice from the universe today. All right, so one more thing before I close out of here. I had somebody send me something the other day, and again, this is just my opinion, and it's because I think it's important. But they sent me something that was supposed to come from some light worker group or whatever, and they were telling people to not forgive. And they were saying that forgiveness of people that are evil and the evil ones is like given permission for them to stay doing what it is that they've been doing and continue their manifestation in their lives. And I just want to call BS out on that, okay, you guys? And again, my humble opinion or whatever, I just hear me out and see if this resonates with all of you. Love is the highest vibration there is. And love, and in this thing that they had written about not forgiven, they were saying that if you forgive these evil people, that not only is that like given permission for them to stay in our reality and keep doing what they're doing, but they said it would stop you from being able to ascend. Okay, so I'm not going to get too wound up. I'm not going to go on a tangent, but I know that you guys, I really believe that you people that I talk to all the time, that sounds like BS to you too. But what I'm asking is that you guys spread the word of love, because we have people doing the polar opposite right now in the guise of being loving. This is a light worker group that they get this from. So let me just say, there's a huge difference between condoning and forgiving. We can forgive, and that doesn't mean that we condone or give permission. In fact, forgiveness, if you want to ascend, and ascension is actually just like, you opening yourself to these higher frequencies. That comes from love. You've got to be in a place of love to get to these higher frequencies. And to not forgive is ego, and that's actually a lower frequency. So forgiveness is for you. It's for you. It's stripping away your ego long enough to say, I'm not going to hold on to this story. And I'm going to forgive these people because nobody is perfect. Everybody's playing a role here. It hurts me to hold on to this. It just sets me back. I'm going to let this go. I'm going to release this. I'm giving this to the universe, to source, to God. Letting it go. That's what forgiveness is. It's not condoning. So as long as people are telling you not to forgive, that's actually going to keep you more stuck. Forgiveness is about you. It's about being able to let go and hold that frequency of love more and more and more. And that frequency of love is that place where you are going to be able to interact with those higher dimensions, the universal energies. You'll be able to manifest quicker, heal faster. Life shifts, right? It totally shifts. Have to connect that heart with that mind, with that consciousness. Stay in that love vibration. Strip away that ego when it's not serving us, but always love, always forgive. Forgiving doesn't mean condoning, and it doesn't equal given permission. Forgiving equals letting go. So again, just be really discerning with who you follow and what you listen to. Stay in your heart space, stay in that love vibration, and really listen to your instincts and your gut and your intuition. Okay, you guys? Now, until next time, so much love from me to all of you. Thank you so much for all the love that you sent to me, all the healing vibes. Stay in that love vibration. Do the things that help lift your vibration. Sing, dance, hug, laugh, be silly, connect with nature, spend some time with some animals. Fill yourself full of love. Do things to pamper yourself. Do those things that make life worth it. But keep your vibration high. Stay in the love vibration. And yes, always forgive. Because to do anything other than forgive keeps us stuck. And we're here to heal and step out of these things that keep us stuck and keep us miserable. Okay, guys, until next time, much love, many blessings from me to you. Take care.